Hey everyone, it's John here from Hot Take Hockey to give you my opening night lineup prediction for the Minnesota Wild for the 2019-2020 season. So if you are here and you're new, welcome to the channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. You know the drill, so I'm going to go through the whole lineup, predict how I see it going down on opening night, and you let me know what you think in the comment section below. So let's get right into the forward group for the Minnesota Wild. So Jason Zucker, Eric Staal, Matt Zuccarello. So Zuccarello, you signed out of free agency. Jason Zucker has been all over trade rumors. We don't know if he'll get traded or not. Maybe as I make this video, things are already brewing, or as you're watching this video, maybe he gets traded. Who knows? But I just think, at the very least, if Zucker starts the year with the Minnesota Wild and plays the year out, he is going to be in the top six, and I see him on the top line with Staal and Zuccarello. Moving on to the second line, Parise, Luke Kunin, and Donato. Donato, when he got traded from Boston to Minnesota, he started off really well. And I think Kunin, another young guy who has found success early, I think those two guys partner up with a veteran like Parise. Boom, you got a top six. And then your third line of Greenway, Mikko Koivu is getting a lot older. He's going to retire soon, I would imagine. And then Kevin Fiala, who just re-signed with the Minnesota Wild. He was an RFA, one of the many RFAs out there. And then your fourth line of Marcus Foligno, Eriksson Ek, and Hartman. I think Eriksson Ek could be higher up in the lineup if maybe he adapts to become a winger. Maybe you see him higher in the lineup, but right now as he's a centerman, he would center that fourth line with Foligno and Hartman. And then Brown and Victor Rask. So Victor Rask for me is kind of an issue. Obviously you acquired Victor Rask intending for him to be in the top 9 role. And you know what? Maybe if they trade Zucker, then Rask gets into the lineup, he gets to the top 9, finds success. And obviously a lot of fans didn't like that they traded Niederreiter for Victor Rask with Rask's struggles. But I do think if he does get inserted in the lineup and has some of the success that he's had in the past, last year when he got traded to the Wild, he didn't play horrible. He got some points on the board. But just right now, if you look at the 4 centermen on this prediction, you got Staal, who's obviously going to be there. You got Koivu, who's obviously going to be there. Kunin has proven that he deserves to be there. And then obviously Eriksson Ek deserves to be there. So I just think Victor Rask is looking on the outside. If one of those guys can play on the wing, if Victor Rask can play on the wing, 100%. They have an opportunity to get in there. But I think for the very least, Victor Rask for opening night lineup might be a healthy scratch. Let's look at the defense. So Ryan Suter with Jared Spurgeon, I think that is 100%. And I really like that pair. They just complement each other so well. And then the second pair of Brodin, Dumba. The Minnesota Wild have one of the best top 4s in the NHL. Honestly, this could be a debate now, but they could be the best now with the Nashville Predators trading PK Subban. There's a couple other teams, whether it's the Calgary Flames or the St. Louis Blues, or the Boston Bruins, or the Carolina Hurricanes. There's many teams that have very solid top 4. But with Ryan Suter, Jared Spurgeon, two of those guys 100% are top 25 defensemen. I would say Ryan Suter and Spurgeon are just on the cusp of being top 20 defensemen in the NHL. Matt Dumba's right there as well. And then Brodin would maybe be like a top 40, top 50 defenseman. I just really like their top 4. Just really like their top 4. Their bottom pair gets a little weaker with Sealer and Pattern, but still pretty solid. And then Hunt as well is pretty underrated. And then their goaltending, Devin Dubnyk, Alex Stalock. When Dubnyk's consistent, he is a top 15 goalie easily in the NHL. He's big. Obviously, we've seen him in the past being a Vezina candidate, but sometimes he's inconsistent. But I do think he will be a good starter this year for the Minnesota Wild. And if Alex Stalock can continue what he did with the Minnesota Wild, he'll be a good backup. And I'm not too worried about their goaltending situation, but I'm also not saying they're a top goalie situation. So they're pretty average, but I do like the Minnesota Wild in terms of their overall defensive game and their overall defense. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about my Minnesota Wild lineup prediction. Obviously, there's some debates here with Minnesota Wild, whether it's trade rumors of Zucker and a guy like Victor Rask. Is he going to crack the lineup? Younger guys as well cracking the lineup. Their top 4. Let me know where you would rank them. Maybe I should make a video. Let me know also if you think I should make a video on that, because that's definitely a big debate. Who are the best defenses moving into the new season? Who are the best top 4 defenses moving into the season? So that's another cool conversation. Maybe I'll make a video on that. But thank you. If you're new, please subscribe, drop a like, comment your thoughts below. This was John from Hot Take Hockey. Have a good one. Peace out.